Hey guys, it's Joshy here bringing you my next Sun and Moon themed team battle. Now this team was suggested by a friend of mine on one of the comments of my videos, and it's an Eyewise Shut team, which I like these as well sometimes because I get to pick the Pokemon and everything as long as they fit the theme. So it was really cool. Now it is a bit of a longer battle, so I will keep it going, but if you do like it, please do Giga Drain the like button because it all adds up and helps. So we'll jump into the battles to get it rolling. So anyway, this battle was I had on Pimp Knight's chat. He is actually in the description for his own reason, one of the two blogs I do have in there all the time now. And yeah, against Gods. And it was just a fun battle. I decided before the end I'm going to upload it no matter what. So anyway, I lead off with the Weezmo, my Atom Bomb, who actually was supposed to be a type null, and then I realised you could see his eyes, and it wasn't how I thought, so I ended up using this Weezmo, which I used ironically for my Cricketune sweep, and that's what I come against, because I've got him as Focus Sash with a Endeavour, so he sets anyone up for a kill. So anyway, he uses Sticky Web when I go for the Endeavour, so nothing much happens. So I thought, now he's seen the Endeavour, I wonder if he'll go for a Swords Dance or something, but he actually doesn't. He goes for the knockoff, and I went for the double team, so I thought it'd be cool if I could get this guy to get a little sweep, or even a couple off. If I got a few double teams up, they couldn't hit. I got knocked down to my Focus Sash, then I could Endeavour attack for a while, but nonetheless I miss out and don't get much off him, which sucks. And I was a bit worried with this start because I thought, oh, if I don't stop him soon, this is going to be bad. But then I have my Makuhita here, which is going to take a decent hit from that, even though he has a Focus Sash. It gets knocked off, and I get the counter off. So I'm going to take off that Cricketune now because he could outspeed, actually I'm pretty sure all of my team. So anyway, that's him down. I thought, thank goodness I have got rid of that one. And then he brings in the Mr. Mime, and I wasn't too fussed with that one. I wasn't too afraid, but I knew I was going down to this Mr. Mime easy. But he goes for the Fake Out, and I just live, and I was like, well, doesn't matter anyway, but it'd be cool if I did just live and attack and got a chance to attack there, because I do carry the Poison Jab. But nonetheless, I'm going to Icy Wind, and that's going to knock me out anyway. So that's 2 down on mine, just 1 on his. But it was a good start. I wasn't too bad. I did just lose those 2 Focus Sashes though, so I thought if I get stuck this could be a bad thing, because they did save me a few parts. So here I send in my shiny Dunsparce, and I have sped this up part because it was a bit, long for nothing. And he is a Calm Mind, Rest, Sleep, Talk, Air Slash set, but he actually has Rattled, which is cool because there's a few times in other battles which got forfeited or stuff that actually got hit by a few Dark moves, so my speed was actually raised a lot, that I could outspeed everything. But unfortunately he's a nasty plot set, which is going to set up so much faster than me, and it causes a bit of problems here. But this Dunsparce, if anyone wants to know, I actually found in Safari Zone in X recently. I just went in and just thought I'd muck around not too long ago and found it, and so when this team came up, I actually transferred him over already and thought, yay! Sorry, I get a chance to use up, but unfortunately here I went for another Calm Mind. I should have gone for an attack and seen if I could do enough damage. Probably wouldn't have taken him out, or even a rest there, but nonetheless, this is Dunsparce is down and didn't get to show off too much in this battle, which was a bit shame, but you will see a little bit later. And it was a fun set to use actually. So I also have my pink number 35 referencing his lipstick, her lipstick, because I think it's funny to use a female one, but I did use the wrong little image on the side there. Nonetheless, he goes for the Icy Wind, and I just live it even though he's max special attack, and that was a bit worrying, but I'm able to get the Mirror Coat off here, and that took down his next threat, because if I didn't take that out I was gone then, and it wouldn't have made a worthwhile battle uploading much. But nonetheless, so that's that one down. I thought, okay, good. I wanted to show off the Dunsparce a little bit. Didn't get a chance, but hey. So he brings in the Monferno here, and I was like, okay, this could be Everlight, Focus Sash, who knows. But he goes for the Fire Punch, and I was assuming as soon as he went for this anyway, he would have been an Iron Fist set. But I was fine with that, I got rid of the main one. So I'm going to bring out Mushano. Gosh, this Pokemon can do some differences in some battles. And in this battle really pulled me back in, and not just this one, but other ones, because I carry the Trick Room on this one. Trick Room, Psychic. I actually carry Future Sight because I thought that was a pretty cool move to use, and did actually help out in some areas. And then also Moonlight for a bit of recovery, as well as the lefties, so it does help a lot. So here I've got it up, and I could take him out this turn if he doesn't have Focus Sash with a Psychic, but I thought if I can get a Future Sight up, something coming in afterwards is going to take a decent hit, and it's going to really help out. So he goes for another Fire Punch. I'm not taking too much damage, and to be honest, if I got burnt here it wouldn't have worried me too much, because if he has something else that can poison me afterwards, he can't once I'm burnt, and I can easily stall out the burn. So nonetheless, I go for the Psychic, and he wasn't even, I think he was either banded or scarfed by the fact he kept going for 5 eyeball anything. He didn't try anything else, but then again, you know, he could have just been using his best stab move. So anyway, he brings in the Articuno here, and God, I hate the fact this thing is in the PU tier at this point because it drives me bonkers. But, you know, every Pokemon's fun and whatever, but sometimes. So anyway, he goes for the Hail, and I've gone for the Psychic. And the Trick Room's really good, actually, with this Pokemon because I love being faster. And so I am going to get worn down from the Hail, but it's not too much faster. Got the Recovery, got the Lefties, and he actually takes Future Side Attack, and this is why I like carrying it. I put him right down so he can't even roost because I'm still faster. And I'm going to definitely take this guy out now with a Psychic, and that's no fuss. I get rid of this because there's Salt Vest, Articuno in this tier. If you don't carry a physical rock Pokemon or rock move, it can be such a pain in the ass. So anyway, he's down, and I'm like, thank God that was the one I was really worried about. And yeah, there's a good team diverse. I love the different Pokemon, and honestly, if you like not using Ubers or always seeing the same Pokemon, seriously check out Pimp Knight's chat for a battle. Anyway, here he brings in the Buffalant, and I was like, oh gosh. And he actually goes for Pursuit, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't swap there. And I reset up the Trick Room, and I don't know if I could have changed some of these, the course of the battle in some of these areas or not. But here I was umming and ahhing what to do here, and I could have gone for the Moonlight and possibly seen how much I could stall him out. I don't know. I probably could have stalled him a little bit if I sat down and figured it out, but I thought I don't really want to stall at this point. I want to see what I can do, and I've got one Pokemon left, so I'm actually going to just take this hit here, and I'm going to go down. And I wonder even if I used the Psychic there how it would have turned out, but that was fine. You know, I was happy with that. So here I bring in my last Pokemon, my Headbuns, which is my Gloom Everlight set. I'm a Storly, Giga Drain, Infestation, Toxic, and Moonlight set. So anyway, he swapped straight away, and both these Pokemon can carry Sap Siver, so I wasn't going for the Giga Drain as long as I could avoid it. And yeah, so I was like, okay, so I'm going to go for the Infestation. I trapped the Swordsbuck straight in, and I'm pretty sure he did swap because he knew his Buffalant could probably take me out with some good hits, but didn't want to take the Future Side Attack which I'd set up, which is a shame because that could have really damaged that Pokemon. So anyway, I'm going to use the Toxic on the Swordsbuck, and that's going to give him a little bit of damage there, plus his the Infestation at the end of the turn. So he goes, because he knows I'm going to be bulky if I'm carrying a Gloom pretty much, and he goes for the Sword Stance so he can boost himself up, so he can cause more damage if he does survive. But he gets a bit of hail damage, and now he takes a Future Side Attack, which is quite powerful from the Musharna, and that's just going to take him out there. So even if it didn't, he had an Infestation and Toxic damage to take. So now we're back down to one-on-one here, and he's got the Buffalant, and I'm like, I'm going to go for the Toxic here, because I need to get this up if I'm going to stall him at all or anything. And, you know, at this point he said good game, and I was pretty sure it would be, because I know this thing can be quite powerful, and it does carry the head charge, so I'm like, yay. And I go right down, so that's a lot. And he does take recoil damage plus some hail. We've got both each, and he gets a bit of Toxic, but it's not going to be enough to do anything. And I could, you know, I just didn't really have a chance to do much against him here, and unfortunately I'm going to be slower again because the Trick Room wore off. But you know what, this was a really fun battle. You know, it looked one-sided at one stage, then he's up, I'm up. Oh, I didn't really get up much, but then like I'm down like heaps out, and he've only taken 2 out, and then I've got my Musharna can take, you know, and Musharna did turn around, so that's a 1-0 loss. But as I said, it was just fun, so I thought I'd have to upload that. So anyway, into my second battle here. This one again was against Eros, the guy I met on Pimp My Chat, but he's a common subscriber now who likes and comments often. I've got a theme team actually for him coming soon, and he's just fun to battle. And as I've said before in other videos, he doesn't really run tiers, but so it can end up quite interesting, but usually I try and bring some. So I'm going to lead off straight off with my Wobbuffet, pink number 35, and he obviously knows what's happening, and I do carry the Shadow tag on this guy, so he can't swap, so he's stuck in. So I go for the Mirror Coat, hoping he's going to carry the Shadow Ball or something, because I know I can take a hit. But unfortunately he doesn't. He sets up his Light Screen, and then he sets up Reflect, and I still went for the Mirror Coat again, and I really should have just assumed he was going to set up the other if he set up one. And then he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, and I'm like, good, okay, but that does not much, and I do the Mirror Coat. Now, if I didn't carry as much, I do go split defenses with HP. And if I didn't do as much on some of my defenses, I'd take more and deal more. But I'd like to survive on longer. So he goes for another Dazzling Gleam. And what I actually did here, I went for Safeguard. And it may seem stupid because I could take him out. But I don't know if anyone else, once they come in, are going to try stat moves. But not just that, I want to try and stall out as much of this Reflect and Mirror Coat as possible. Because I know for a fact they can really damage my chances in areas with some of my Pokemon. And I don't want to just have to burn off too much too early. So anyway, a Mirror Coat's going to take him out there, and so that's the Espeon down. I thought that was a pretty decent start. I was pretty happy with that, and I've got my Safeguard up, so I can't be statused, and that gives me a chance to, you know, stall out a little bit. So anyway, here, I think he messaged me asking what I went for, and he didn't, and I was busy, and I come back in after this turn, and he had asked, you know, what move did you go for, because he didn't see, but he then used Toxic and then realised it was the Safeguard, so it was a bit of an unfortunate play there. So he goes for the Cross Poison anyway, so he could get the crit, but that's as max he can do, and I go for the counter. It's a shame he didn't get the crit, because I would have taken him out here. But nonetheless, you know, he goes for the crit, doesn't get it, sorry, and, you know, takes him right down, but he goes for the Toxic here, but this time it wasn't a misclick, I don't think. I was pretty sure he was trying to stall my Safeguard out, because he knew if he didn't attack me, I couldn't attack him. So anyway, the Safeguard's gone down, and I've worn enough to take his light screen off. But I know he's going for the Toxic again here, because he wants to kill me with stat moves, because then he doesn't really have any problems. So I'm going to bring in Headbuns by Gloom here, and so he can't be Toxic. And that's the Reflect Off, so I've worn them out, so I have no fuss about them. He's going to pull out the U-turn here and swap out, which is a little bit of a shame, because I would have liked to have him stayed in just one turn. I could probably take a hit, but nonetheless. And he's going to swap into his Steelix here against my Gloom. But I pull out the Infestation straight off, so this Steelix can't run. And I'm not too afraid of it, because I am very bulky. I think HP mixed defenses as well. And so, you know, I may not hit the hardest with my Giga Drain, but I can take some good hits. So anyway, it hits pretty well. I know Steelix doesn't have the best special defense nonetheless. And it stabs, so I'm like, you know, it's not a big hit, but I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I'm stally set anyway. He uses Fire Fang, and that does minimal, and I don't get burnt, thankfully. Because that's, you know, you can't poison me anyway. I'm poison type, so I'm just going to stick in and go for the Giga Drain. I'm wearing him down with the Infestation and the Giga Drain, and I'm going to heal back a fair bit. You know, not heaps, but a bit of what he can do to me. So he goes for the Earthquake, which is his better move for damage, I'd say. But he does so little again. So the Infestation is going to take him right down to low health, and I'm just going to be able to take him out with the Giga Train, and he has no choice of what to do unless he carries the Protect and try and stall out some of the Infestation. He's going to have to go down. So it's going looking like a really good start. You know, I've taken out 2, nearly 3, and he's taken, you know, Wobbuffet down to just under half. So I thought, okay. And then he brings in the Doberman, and this is where I made some silly plays you'll see in a minute, which I could have made a lot smarter plays, but nonetheless I wasn't upset. I was just like, God Josh, you know, stop and think sometimes and you might do a bit better. So anyway, he Mega Evolves and goes straight for the Sunny Day, and this is where I thought he could have been better. Just go for the Sunny Day when you have versing something like Gloom when you're expecting a swap without Mega Evolving, so you don't get the Solar Power damage at the end of the turn without having an attack that was powered up. Unless he wants the speed difference when he does Mega Evolve is the only reason. But nonetheless, I'm able to get the Toxic off, which I'm pretty happy with. You know, I'm going to be able to wear this down pretty fast. And, you know, I'm not going to bother swapping. I'm happy I got the Toxic. I don't have anything I really want to save this guy for. So Headbuns is going to go down, but that's fine with me, you know. As I said, we got the Steelix out of the way, and we got Toxic on this guy, and he's going to lose to Solar Power as well, HP, so he hasn't got that long left to really attack. Now this is a stupid thing I did. I sent back in my Wobbuffet, pink number 35, when I had a much better option, you'll see in a second, that I could have just done straight off the bat. So he's just going to kill me with a Dark Pulse, and I'm like, okay, so I want to take this thing out, or do as much to him as I can so he takes himself out before he cleans up more of my team. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I bring in the Atom Bomb in the first place? Like, idiot. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So he's going to go for the Flamethrower, which I know is going to do a hell lot of damage, but it's going to leave me on 1 HP, which it does. So I'm able to get the Focus Sash Live, but I get burnt, and I'm like, gosh, How funny. So I'm going to go for the Endeavour. That's going to knock him down to 1. I could have done this last turn and left Wobbuffet alive, but didn't really think, so that was my stupid play. He's going to go down to the Solar Power. I'm going to go down to the Burn, and that is our first double death. But don't worry, there's more. So that's 2 of us down in 1 turn. So anyway, he's going to bring out the Crobat here, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm happy to bring in my Makuhita here. Hopefully he'll go for a flying move or something strong I can leave. But he pulls out the U-turn, and I was like, I don't know if he just wanted to get out of there and switch this because I'm a fighting type and he's on low health, or if he didn't carry certain moves, I'm not sure. But he's going to bring out the Haunter, and I went, ah, damn it, if he brought out anyone else, I could have hit him with a counter, but unfortunately that's down. And because I'm not on full health anymore, I can't at least get something off with a Focus Sash. So Makuhita is going to go down there, and unfortunately didn't get to do really anything in this battle. But now it's my chance. I know I can bring in Stacy, and if he's a Haunter, he could be a little bulky, not sure. So I'm hoping he's not too powerful, and he hits me with an Energy Ball here, and I'm like, he can't hit me with Shadow Ball, so it's not stab. Does decent damage, but I know a Calm Mind's going to help me live it. So I thought, here's a good point. I can really get this sped up, you know, not sped up, set up, sorry, and really get some work off with this guy. So I'm like, okay, let's go. So he hits me with another Energy Ball, and it does minimal, and I'm like, I know I can survive another one because another Calm Line up special defense. All I have to do is cross my fingers and hope for no, you know, no critical hit, which I can tell you when I'm hoping for no critical hit a lot, there's usually a critical hit. So anyway, he goes for the third Energy Ball. I went, no crit, no crit, no crit, and I survive. So I get the rest off. I'm like, good, this is looking like a nice setup. Let's really get Stacy going here. I was hoping he'd pull out a Dark Pulse for a flinch or something just for fun, because I can get a bit of a speed boost, and if he hits me twice, I can actually outspeed some Pokemon that Dunsparce usually wouldn't. But nonetheless, he's going to keep going for the Energy Ball. I say he's aiming for the special defense drop. It's only a 10%, but it can really help. And I don't know what else he has here. Dazzling Gleam, and I'm assuming he'd carry the Shadow Ball. And, you know, I didn't really think too much about it nonetheless. So anyway, I'm just going to keep setting up here. Well, I actually got the rest Calm Mind, which is surprising because I can tell you, I'm not even joking, there was another battle online, doing quite well. I got Sleep Talk Rest, not lying, 4, maybe 5 times in a row. It was ridiculous. I was like, all I needed was one other move, and I would have probably nearly swept or done a big lot. But nope, just keep getting friggin' rest till he critted me, and I was like, god damn it. So anyway, I get another rest Calm Mind off, and I'm like, whoa, this is looking positive, like really positive here. Hits me with another, and that's just doing minimal damage. So I went for an Air Slash here. I'm like, I don't carry a heap of EV or no EVs in special attack. Plus, you know, I wasn't that high in any way because his best stats when I found him were, I think, speed, special defense, and HP or something. Nonetheless, I'm going for another Air Slash, and I don't know why I forget that Haunter and Gengar carry Destiny Bond a lot, but I freaking forgot. And that's Stacy down, so I was like, damn it, I really wanted to see Dunsparce do more work. But I'm like, what do you do? So anyway, here he brings in his Crobat, and I've got Musharna left, and I'm like, okay, I need to get the Trick Room set up. I can take this guy out, but I just need to figure out how I'm going to deal with this last Pokemon nonetheless. But he goes straight for the U-turn, does a nice chunk, you know, I'm full HP, I'm pretty sure, investment, most special defense, and a little bit of special attack, but not much. So I'm going to start the Trick Room after this, and I'm like, okay, well, unless it's a real physical Milotic, it's not going to take me out in quick concession, so I know I'll be able to set up, get what I need to get off, and so I go for the Future Sight here, so I know I can build up some hits and then maybe really take a big chunk off with the Future Sight. He goes for the Toxic, I'm like, I don't know how stally this guy's going to be, and I need to get rid of him. If I can keep the Trick Room up and have one turn of Trick Room against his Crobat, I've got this. I can take him out. I just need to get this Milotic down so I can do this. So I've sped this part up a bit here because it was pretty long and stally. But, you know, I go for the Psychic here, you know, take a bit of damage off, a bit more. I'm like, okay, this is looking alright. Okay, I'm pretty happy, you know. Here, I can take another hit. You know, Toxic's building up. We've got lefties. He's got lefties, so I'm like trying to see how this is going to go. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, he's going to take a Future Sight next turn, but I can't take a Surf and Toxic. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to Moonlight here. And then he goes Recover. I'm like, oh. No, we got it. I'm like, this is going to be super strats. This is going to be, I've got to get this right, and I've got to get the right chances and the right RNG, and it's just got to be right. Otherwise, it usually isn't when I'm going for this stuff. So here I go for the Psychic again. I'm not setting up another Future Sight or anything. He goes for another Recover, expecting my attack. You know, both get our lefties here, and it's just like, I just couldn't figure out what's going on and what's going to happen. So nonetheless, the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. I'm like, okay, I can take this Surf, I'm pretty sure. I need to get this Trick Room up. I cannot beat this Crobat without the Trick Room up. I get a bit of my HP back. He gets a bit of his back. You know, we're up. And my Toxic, and it's going to take me right down. He's going to go quite down. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go for the Moonlight here. I need this. I can't survive the end of this turn without this HP back. So I recover just over half. And then he's going to go for the Surf. And I'm like, this is, you know, fingers, toes, everything, bloody cross, and, you know, takes off a bit. Get some lefties back, thank goodness, you know, takes me back up to near half, and I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. He gets his lefties. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's down here to Toxic, which is good, but I'm probably down. I'm going down here, and I thought, you know, GG, it was all good. 4 health. No joke. Goddamn, 4 health. I was stuck. I was like, yes! Oh my gosh, and I've got another turn or two left to Trick Room. This is it. This is how I needed to play it. And this is just working perfectly. So the Crobat comes out and he's like, he thought he owned me, and then he was like, never mind. And it was an awesome battle overall. Like, he's won some, I've won some, and I've got the Trick Room up exactly how I needed to go, and he's down to the Psychic. So that was an awesome 1-0 win there, and it was epic battle, really. I loved that battle. So guys, that's it, the 2 battles done. If you really do like the double battles, like with the 2 of them in the theme teams, or have a theme team, you can leave it like this one, eyes wide shut, pick a little thing, and I'll put a team together. If you want to be more specific, like Eros's theme team I'm doing now, which will be up in the next couple of days, you know, chuck one together, tell me what you want me to use Pokemon wise, and I'll get it done. But anyway guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.